This week on The Bold and the Beautiful, emotions ran high, secrets came to light, and alliances were pushed to their breaking point. The fallout from Luna's shocking arrest continues to ripple through the Forrester, Logan, and Spencer families. Ridge is forced to confront decisions that could tear his family apart, while Brooke and Taylor find themselves on opposite sides of a storm that just won't settle. Deacon struggles with his loyalty and the weight of his own past, while Hope and Dickie unite in a surprising way to protect the people they love. Bill is on edge, determined to protect his son, while Will grapples with a future he never asked for. Luna's world begins to unravel as the consequences of her actions close in from every direction. Elektra steps fully into the spotlight, no longer playing by anyone's rules, and Sheila's shadow looms closer than anyone realizes. Every whispered conversation, every lingering look, every slammed door is setting the stage for a battle that will leave no one untouched. This is the week where love is tested, loyalty is challenged, and the truth refuses to stay buried. If you thought last week was explosive, buckle up, because this one takes the drama to a whole new level. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more daily and weekly recaps. Join the conversation down below and let me know whose side you're on, because in this story, every choice has a consequence and no one walks away clean. Monday, October 20th, 2025, on The Bold and the Beautiful, the drama reaches a boiling point as old wounds reopen, alliances shift, and emotions run deeper than ever before. Steffi Forrester makes a dramatic return to Los Angeles, arriving home with Kelly and Hayes. Finn is left stunned when he sees his family walk through the door, unaware that their reunion will quickly take a painful turn. What should have been a moment of joy is shattered when Finn reveals the truth. Luna is alive and carrying Will Spencer's child. The revelation leaves Steffi completely blindsided. A mix of shock, heartbreak, and fury courses through her as she realizes just how deeply this situation could shake her family. Fueled by anger and betrayal, Steffi wastes no time heading straight to the prison to confront Luna face to face. The encounter is tense and emotional. Luna tries to maintain her composure, but Steffi's disgust and rage are palpable. She unleashes years' worth of protective instincts and makes it clear that Luna is not welcome anywhere near her family. Steffi vows to make sure Luna remains behind bars for as long as possible, ensuring she will never again be a threat to the Forresters or the Spencers. But the confrontation isn't the only shocking moment of the day. Poppy arrives at the prison to visit her daughter, and her reaction is the complete opposite of what anyone would expect. Instead of anger or disappointment, Poppy expresses a twisted sense of pride. She calls Luna's pregnancy with Will's baby a well-played move, praising her for securing a powerful connection to a billionaire's family. Her reaction leaves Luna speechless and underscores just how complicated this family dynamic has become. Meanwhile, Elektra is grappling with the fallout in her own world. The thought of Luna carrying Will's child weighs heavily on her heart, stirring feelings of insecurity, jealousy, and fear. She struggles to understand where she stands in Will's life now that everything has changed. The love she has for him is at war with the painful reality of another woman carrying his child, threatening the future they had envisioned together. Across town, a different kind of emotion stirs as Hope Logan finally allows herself to be honest with Liam Spencer. In a moment of vulnerability and courage, Hope confesses her feelings to Liam, opening the door for their once powerful love story to spark again. Liam is caught off guard, but the familiarity between them is undeniable, the kind of connection that never truly disappears. It's a day of seismic shifts, a mother's rage, a daughter's shocking defiance, a lover's uncertainty, and a romantic confession that could change everything. What happens next will ripple through families, friendships, and love stories in ways no one can fully predict. Monday's episode isn't just another chapter, it's the spark of something explosive. The day in Los Angeles unfolded like a storm gathering strength, as Steffi Forrester walked into that prison determined to confront the woman who has turned her world upside down. Steffi stood face to face with Luna, her eyes cold and unwavering, her voice laced with fury and heartbreak. This wasn't just another confrontation, it was personal. She made it clear that Luna would never have a place in their lives again. Steffi vowed that Luna would stay locked behind those bars, paying for every ounce of pain and chaos she's caused. But what made the moment even more unnerving was Luna's reaction. She didn't cower. She didn't break. Instead, she met Steffi's anger with a chilling kind of calm, as if she still held all the cards. Deep down, Luna believed Bill Spencer, the powerful, ruthless man she's tied to through this baby, would find a way to pull strings and set her free. Outside those prison walls, Bill himself was proving he's not the man to underestimate. His determination was ice cold, his words sharp as a blade. He looked Luna in the eye and told her she would never see her baby. Not now, not ever. That promise wasn't an empty threat, it was a vow from a man who's built an empire on power, influence, and control. For Luna, the weight of that threat began to sink in. Her confidence cracked, replaced with something far more dangerous, desperation. And in that desperation, she made a shocking choice. She instructed her cellmate to beat her up, but to avoid hitting her stomach. It was a calculated, manipulative, and chilling move, revealing the lengths Luna is willing to go to try and spin the narrative in her favor. Back at the Forrester mansion, emotions ran just as high. Steffi's fury wasn't just aimed at Luna, it spilled over into a heated confrontation with Ridge. She voiced her deep frustration over his decision to marry Brooke, feeling betrayed and disappointed. Their father-daughter bond, once unshakable, felt the weight of old wounds reopening. Meanwhile, Finn stood by her side as a pillar of strength. Calm, composed, and fiercely loyal, he reassured Steffi that no matter how intense the storm gets, he would protect their family from Luna's reach. In that moment, it became clear that Steffi and Finn are united, ready to fight for their family no matter the cost. Elsewhere, Will and Katie huddled together, voicing their growing concern about the looming custody battle. With Luna behind bars but still tied to the baby, they knew the situation could turn ugly fast. Katie's protective instincts were in overdrive, and Will's unease mirrored the tension spreading through the family. But Bill stepped in once again, steady, calculating, and ready for war. He assured them he would use every ounce of his power, every resource at his disposal, to make sure Luna never gets near that child. This wasn't just another day in Los Angeles, it was a turning point. Luna's grip on control is slipping, but her schemes are far from over. Steffi's rage is fierce, Bill's resolve is iron, and the Forresters are closing ranks like never before. A custody battle looms, old family tensions simmer, and a desperate Luna is becoming even more unpredictable. The storm isn't just coming, it's already here. And by the time it passes, nothing in this family will ever be the same again. Alright, bold and beautiful fans, buckle up because today's episode was a slow burn filled with emotion, tension, and secrets bubbling just below the surface. Two relationships were pushed to the edge, and the ripples from what happened today are going to stretch far beyond this episode. The show opened with Sheila Carter in full damage control mode. She walked into Deacon Sharp's orbit with that mix of desperation and charm that only Sheila can pull off. She's terrified that Deacon is slipping away from her, not because of a single fight, but because deep down she knows their entire relationship sits on a foundation of chaos, danger, and mistrust. Sheila begged him not to shut her out, pleading with him to remember everything they've been through together. She reminded him how much she's loved him, how loyal she's been, and how no one else would ever accept her the way he has. But what was different today was Deacon's energy. He didn't rush to reassure her. He didn't get swept up in her intensity. He just stood there, steady, quiet, thinking. It was the silence that said everything. He's questioning if loving Sheila is worth the constant storm. For the first time in a long while, Deacon Sharp looked like a man torn between his heart and his common sense. Sheila could see it too, which made her push harder. This wasn't the same playful, chaotic Sheila. This was a woman fighting for her marriage, terrified, not of losing love, but of losing control. She knows that if Deacon walks away, she loses the last bit of legitimacy she's managed to cling to. Meanwhile, across town, Dickie Sharp was busy piecing together a puzzle of his own. Something's been off with Remy for a while now, and today, Dickie started connecting the dots. Every time Forrester Creations gets mentioned, Remy freezes up, dodges, or finds a way to change the subject. Dickie's not naive. He's been around long enough to know when someone's hiding something, and today his radar was on high alert. He started asking questions, subtle at first, then more direct. But the more he pushed, the more obvious it became. Remy doesn't want his name tied to Forrester for a reason. And that reason? It's starting to feel a lot bigger than anyone realizes. This entire episode had this underlying current, that quiet kind of suspense that Bold and Beautiful loves to build. Sheila and Deacon's conversation wasn't a big, shouting match. It was intimate, tense, layered with everything unsaid. It's that moment when you realize love alone might not be enough to hold something together anymore. On the other side, Vicky and Remy's scenes had that classic soap mystery energy. A question slowly unraveling thread by thread, hinting at secrets that could detonate at any moment. As the episode closed, Sheila stood there still trying to hold on to Deacon with everything she's got. Deacon remained conflicted, trapped between a past he can't fully let go of and a future that might not have room for Sheila anymore. Vicky, meanwhile, was left more suspicious than ever, and you can tell he's not going to let this go. Whatever Remy's hiding, it's coming out sooner or later, and when it does, it won't just affect him. It could pull Forrester Creations into a scandal nobody saw coming. This is the kind of storytelling that slowly turns the wheel, setting up big payoffs down the line. Sheila is in survival mode, Deacon is at a crossroads, and Vicky is one question away from blowing everything wide open. If today was the calm before the storm, then what's coming next could change everything for these characters. Stay tuned, because this story isn't just simmering, it's about to boil over. The day began with Luna Nizawa in a desperate state. From behind prison walls, Luna pleaded with Will Spencer to help her, claiming the prison conditions were endangering their unborn child. Will could see through her manipulation but couldn't ignore the possibility that the baby might be at risk. His concern left him torn between anger and responsibility. Elektra Forrester decided it was time for direct answers. She confronted Will about his connection to Luna and the baby. In doing so, she recognized a harsh reality. As long as Luna remains pregnant, she holds a kind of power over Will that Elektra can't ignore. Meanwhile, Deacon Sharp continued his therapy sessions with Taylor Hayes. Taylor was blunt, telling Deacon that his relationship with Sheila Carter wasn't based on love but on a trauma bond built through chaos and codependency. Deacon was forced to confront uncomfortable truths about his relationship and his own choices. Relationships and drama. While Deacon wrestled with Taylor's words, Sheila Carter made a bold move of her own. She appeared at Taylor's office, desperate to convince her to intervene and save her marriage. Sheila reminded Taylor of the time she saved Steffi Forrester's life, trying to guilt her into helping. Her desperation showed just how fragile her marriage to Deacon has become in the wake of Luna's situation. Dickie Sharp stepped in to support Elektra, recognizing the emotional weight Will's situation placed on her. He later visited Deacon, worried about his father's state of mind and the impact of both the therapy sessions and Sheila's manipulation. Meanwhile, Will's patience with Luna ran out. He confronted her and made it clear that her attempts to control him wouldn't work. He went further, accusing her of possibly staging the recent assault she endured in prison to gain his sympathy. Other key moments. Steffi Forrester continued to battle with guilt and anger over Luna's imprisonment. The situation has deeply affected her relationship with Finn, creating tension as she tries to process her own feelings about justice, family, and loyalty. Elsewhere, Hope Logan found herself once again caught between Liam Spencer and Thomas Forrester. Her hesitation and inner conflict are creating visible cracks in her relationships, leaving uncertainty about where her heart truly lies. The episode was driven by emotional confrontations, manipulation, and shifting loyalties. Luna pushed Will to his limit, Elektra saw the power dynamics more clearly, Sheila made a desperate play to hold on to her marriage, and Deacon faced truths he could no longer ignore. The consequences of these choices are still unfolding. And that's the end of another intense, emotionally charged episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. What we witnessed today wasn't just another day in Los Angeles. It was a pivotal turning point for several characters whose lives are becoming more entangled with each passing moment. Luna's desperate plea to Will wasn't simply about her safety or even the safety of her unborn child. It was a calculated and emotional move, a reminder to Will of just how much control she still holds over his heart and his future. Elektra, watching everything unfold, sees through the act and isn't staying quiet about it. Her warning to Will cuts to the heart of the matter. As long as Luna is pregnant, she holds a powerful card in this game, and she knows exactly how to play it. Meanwhile, Deacon's session with Taylor peeled back layers that have been building for months. For the first time, he allowed himself to confront the depth of his connection to Sheila, the manipulation, the fear, the toxic bond that's been pulling him under. Taylor's words forced him to face the uncomfortable truth. Love, when tied to pain and control, can be just as dangerous as any secret lurking in the shadows. But even as Deacon stands at this crossroads, Sheila isn't letting go without a fight. Her plea to him wasn't just emotional, it was desperate, raw, and unsettling, a last-ditch effort to keep him bound to her world. And then there's Ridge, quietly observing from the edges, as he so often does. His suspicion of Remy grows stronger by the day. Something isn't adding up, and Ridge knows better than to ignore his instincts. In a world like Forrester Creations, trust is currency, and right now, Remy's is running thin. This episode reminded us that every whisper, every warning, and every emotional breakdown has a purpose. The groundwork is being laid for a massive shift, a storm brewing just beneath the surface. Loyalties will be tested, secrets will be forced into the light, and not everyone will make it through unscathed. If you've been following this journey, now's the time to stay locked in. Like this video to show your support for these deep, layered storylines. Share it with fellow fans who love analyzing every twist and turn. And drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you think Will's next move will be? Is Deacon strong enough to break away from Sheila's grip? And can Ridge uncover Remy's true intentions before it's too late? Most importantly, don't forget to subscribe. That way, you won't miss a single moment as these storylines continue to unravel, collide, and explode in ways no one sees coming. This is the kind of drama that keeps viewers talking long after the credits roll, and it's only just getting started.